Okay, so I just wanted to make this video as I feel like when people talk about invalid traffic, it's very easy to jump straight to your bots, your malware, your host IPs. A big aspect of invalid traffic that often goes unnoticed is what we at TrafficGuard call non-incremental engagement. So non-incremental engagement is essentially when real users start to repeatedly click your paid ads, likely your brand search, simply as a stepping stone or as a front door to your website. So these are real people who are really searching, and because of that, Google are more than happy to show those ads to these users, whether they click 5 times, 10 times, or even 50 times in a day. At TrafficGuard, we know, however, that once these users reach a certain level of engagement, they actually become non-incremental to your business, which means whether that user is shown a paid ad or not, they will actually navigate back to your site organically. And so one of the processes that we built at TrafficGuard is something called our user identity stitching process. So this is essentially where we take every interaction across your ads, whether that's PMAX, display, search, and we match those clicks to a user ID within the TrafficGuard platform. Because we get the click parameters across all these different clicks, we can then continue to match all the different clicks from these individual users to a TrafficGuard user ID. We can then come into our non-incremental click report, which is what I'm showing you on the screen from one of our redacted clients. And then you can start to see how many times are these users actually interacting with these ads over certain time periods. At the moment, I'm just looking at the last 2 weeks, so 2nd of February to the 16th of February. And we can see here, first of all, the users on the left who are actually doing this repeated engagement. And then on the right, the actual total user cost that's being allocated to these users. If we just take that top example there, user ID 1834, etc., we can actually see that across the 2 weeks, over $200 was allocated to that one user simply to click these ads over and over again. We can click that plus sign, and we're actually going to again get that full breakdown of also the campaign, the keyword, and when this activity was happening. So as we can see on the left here, from the 11th of February down to the 14th of February, so over the space of only 3 days, based on an average TPC of about $10 to $12, that was over $200 that this user ate up just to basically log back into their accounts over and over again. And so what we do is we run a trial for our clients where we actually navigate through these reports with you. We will show you what level of engagement these users are actually accessing. And then through this, we actually help you set click thresholds where you can take that control back from Google and actually decide for yourselves how many times would I be happy to serve an ad to each user before I would then want to push that user to the organic and reinvest that CPC back into the end of funnel. So if this is something you'd be interested, more than happy to run a trial for you when needed.